Good day, guys. Today being Saturday, we can see that the currency market is closed, and then we analyzed Bitcoin. The last video I posted. Um, Now we have someone who asked me to analyze AUD CHF. That is Australian dollar Swiss franc. So now what I want to do now is to go down to how I do my analysis is we get down from top to bottom. You get just as we've been doing other analysis. So on this AED CHF, we want to begin our analysis by checking the higher time frames. You get trying to look for what we can see on the higher time frame that could give us possible confirmations for nearest entries. You get, and then we use make use of that to make our entry. So now I believe I would delete anything, any markup on the chart currently, and then we'll go to the higher time frame. So now on the higher time frame, we can clearly see that the market is on a downward trend. Categorically, some persons can call it downward wave, some will call it downward trend. You understand? Whichever way, we are still saying the same thing. You understand? So basically, we have this rule of resistance, resistance. Though those resistance are resistance of the monthly time frame. So now let's check. We have this support here and this support. By doing this, we have been able to create what we call a market pattern. You understand? So we have been able to create a market pattern at this point. What we can now see, we can begin to see that okay, we're expecting market to maybe trade into these highs. You understand? In time to come, maybe you understand, in time to come, this is monthly time frame. But for now, what market is doing is what we would react with. So now we already have this area. After this is a downtrend clean. We already had this area. We had markets create what we call double top at this point. That is a nice one. And then after that double top, we have what we call market breaking this area and rejecting into it and then selling off. Outside that, we still have this, which we call a trend line break. On monthly time frame now, we've not even gotten to lower time frame, you understand? But now I'm not really marking it as an exact form. I'm only trying to zone it out. You understand? I'm trying to mark out the zones because it's on higher time frame. We can't begin to mark with other blocks and those things. So we're just zoning it. Now, after we've gotten this clean break of trend line, very good. We can now see that on that trend line that got broken, we have what we can consider as a break of market structure. Now you may not see the market, but I need to zoom it out so you can see. So now you can see that at this point after the trend line we have a break of market structure. This break here, understand, is a nice break. Yeah, we're having weak below my trend line, but it's still relatively correct. So we have this break of trend line. Now what do we do? Since we already have markets retraced into this zone within 2020 to 2021, thereabout mid 2021, we simply know that we will be expecting the market to drop at least to this level. If it breaks below this level, fine. But if not, at least we want to see market drop to this level. That tells us that we are looking for more positions forward sell options. Fine. Now, after this break, we had the candlestick which engineered this break of structure is this bullish candlestick. You understand? It's basically this bullish candlestick. So we could now come here and mark our order block of this bullish candlestick on monthly time frame. Good. Now we marked our order block there. So we can now see that market retested this zone, sold off a little bit, rejected a little bit, and then selling off. Fine. So what do? We can now go comfortably to the lower time frame, knowing that we've seen something that we could use to take action on lower time frame, on higher time frame. So we are now reducing our time frame. That is, we are now going down to lower time frame to get exact, a little bit exact markup. You understand? So of this, we can see that we mark our order block nicely, weekly order block. And then what can we see again on this weekly time frame? We can see that we're having this resistance, this support I mean, and this support here. So we could basically put it from this point and then mark it nicely to the next low. I my students already know how we mark this block here, this trend line. You know why I didn't mark this? Based off this current support. We don't want to see wicks below our trend line. So that's a nice trend line being marked out there. Now, as after that, we want to see, okay, we've gotten that. Yeah, we are looking for bearish momentum. Fine. So based on all this, we can now go to the lower time. Now, coming down to the lower time frame, what can we see? We can clearly see that we have this change in character basically around here, but before that we had this break. You understand? So before that we had this break. And the character change the character actually happened inside this area, but let's work with this major break of structure. So we work with this break of market structure here. And then what do we see? We're expecting market to retrace into this zone. Market retrace to this level. Market retrace to this level here after that break and sold off. Now, if you look at how I analyze the market, I try to go through as much detail I get on previous analysis, like things that has happened before. So those things in a way guide me to know what I'll be expecting. So now that that level of that level, looking at taking profit at this point with the trade here, selling from here to take profit here, double bottom, selling up, buying to the top side. But before this double bottom got confirmed, that was this bounce. Fine. Now after that, looking off, selling from here, which reacted here. You understand? So the bigger block sold from here. Now we got multiple rejections. Yeah, multiple rejections here, and inside here, this same structure break of market structure occurred here. Retest and all of that sold. Break of structure. So I would expect after this break, I want to see market reject into this place, then sell off again. So without even doing much analysis, I'll mark my break of structure here nicely. And then I want to see market coming into this other block. And then I'll be looking to short from here, sell from here. But now I would love to also check one other thing. I love to check what happens at the other side of the market, which is this area. I can see that market pushed up, dropped, pushed up. So now I'm not seeing a nice picture here which can depict this retracement at this point. So I'll go back to the weekly time frame. Why? I just want to see something. Okay, good. I can see a rally base rally. You understand? So now, why am I doing that? I want to be able to understand why market is reacting from this point that's retracing. You understand? So marking this is my Fibonacci with a setting I make use of. Marking it off that, I can now come down because I want to know what's going on. You understand? Market doesn't just react carelessly. Now I can see that this is the candlestick responsible for this break of market structure here. This little break of market structure here. I believe you are learning something. I believe you all will learn something really important from this market, and you can get to test it, practice it out on your own trading time, and just going to help you be profitable. So now After that, I've marked that area of that break of market structure. I could see that market reacted off to it off this point. So now what I could be looking for on this um at these places, maybe look for a double bottom, by which likely I'm not expecting to see, because market has already broken this area of um mm, will I say resistance. It has broken this resistance to the upside, retested it, and even created a double bottom here. So I'm looking to buy. I'm looking for more positions to buy. I'm looking for buy positions, like looking to long. You understand? Now, market already respected this area of mitigation severally, and then we can see this. We could see this. You understand? So yeah, could see this other blocks marked inside this area, and then just to make things a little bit lighter, um this coming week, just be looking for we'll be looking for buys into this area. You understand? We'll be looking to long from here to this point, from here to this point. Now, before I put my long to, I would love to go down to the 1 hour time frame and readjust this block. So now this is our mitigation block, but now I'm going to do something. I will then pick this, I would adjust it into this area so that we can be able to get our exact trade. Then I would pick this to mark it here, and then I can get it into the zone. Now, why am I doing this? I'm basically doing this so that I can know that this gold line was the area I looked out um for mitigation retest. You understand? So I'm using that to know that okay, this was an area of mitigation for me, an area of bounce. So now, getting to see it clearly here, we know that we're looking to take first profits here before we look for any other reaction, and then we have this nice other block at this point. This was just a nice other block which helped this market buy, and you can see it's been supporting the market ever since then. Okay, market broke this area. We've not seen market retest this area ever since it broke it. It's been creating formations here. So now let's look at the market opening. So if market opens, I would love to, what would I love to see? I would love to see market drop down into this area. I would like to see market drop down into this area. You understand? I would like to see market drop down into this area. I marked green, and then we'll be looking out to buy from there. You understand? To long. So I want to see this. I want to see this and this. You get? So I want to see this basically. So that's our analysis for AUD CHF. You see, we were able to start from the lower time frame. I mean the higher time frame, which is the monthly time frame, all up to the lower time frame, which is a 1 hour time frame, which I believe is enough. This information is enough. So if you want to pick your entry, you can go down to 15 minutes, wait for this, look for a good confirmation, and then buy. You understand? Some persons are already on the buy, those who enter the buy from here. But since you've not been on the trade, so I believe you should wait. Let market retrace a little bit, and then we can get into the buy. Peace out, guys. Larry FX Academy. One love.